And we're live. I'm Cameron Deshnod.
And I'm popular.
That's a lie. Welcome back to Whatever You Want at Night. And today, potentially, we have a very special episode. One in which we review the popular app, TikTok.
I mean, right off the bat, you could just... I like how... Well, another thing, Cameron, that you didn't even mention, where our faces are on the screen. This is the first time this happened?
Or they might not be.
Where they might not be.
Agree on that yet.
Well, we don't know yet.
So
but,
I didn't want to say that.
So
but I guess we're doing it now. So hello, everyone. This is what we look like.
If this is happening, because I just feel the need to address it, because you have AirPods and I have earbuds, Cam is in a very good financial spot, and I'm struggling.
Not even true.
So that is the reason for the difference.
That is the furthest thing from the lie.
But
I'm $600 in debt right now.
Well, I have $72 made from TikTok, and that's the perfect segue, Cameron. Why don't you get started? What do you want to talk about with TikTok? Because for the first time, actually, besides just, like, the potential first of having our faces on, this is probably the first time in I don't know how many podcasts where I knew what we were doing before I got on camera.
Jason.
He actually told me.
Let's get into it. Let's finally dive in. Here we go. TikTok. The first thing we got to look at before we absolutely take a huge dump on this app isn't really that bad. We're going to check that out. So first up, the homepage, because you know what? That's an important thing, right? We're not going to talk about the logo. I don't care about the logo. We're talking about the homepage.
Yeah, I don't hate the logo.
Honestly, Jason, I like it. I gotta say, I'm not a huge TikTok fan. You know, I'm gonna be straight up with everybody off the bat. Not a huge fan, but this homepage, man, like, it gets you right into the action. It's simple to use. It's not like Twitter, which to me is an absolute abomination.
Okay.
A terrible, like, TikTok is just clean. I know where everything is. I can see everything. It's not overcomplicated. If I want to get to the trending page of Twitter, I gotta jump through like 18 different hoops.
Yeah, that is true.
Like, TikTok just shows me usually stuff I don't want to see, but it shows me things.
So, question.
Right?
So, are you talking about the For You page?
I'm talking the whole thing, like just the layout of the app.
Okay.
Like
because
the whole...
I will say, I think that I do like. This is something I want to bring up. I like how the homepage right there. Then you could the big record plus sign in the middle. You got your inbox and your stuff. The only thing is that I like Discover for search, but oh my god, the most useless thing like in all of TikTok are the hashtag like.
Oh, I'm
app
sure.
Things. Like, have you ever?
I'm positive.
I personally don't know anybody who's actually like not gone on the For You page and has looked through hashtags. No one actually looks through the hashtags on TikTok.
No.
So they really don't do anything but promote your videos and just on the For You page. That has nothing to do with that. Yeah. That's useless. But I do like the design. I do agree with you on that. I think it's a nice layout.
Yeah. I mean, I think in all honesty, if I were to compare it to something, TikTok wants to be a bit more like cutting edge, kind of innovative than it really is, right? Like it's simplistic, but the black design and like the 3D plus logo in the middle, is supposed to be like that cool edgy alt girl, but in reality it's the girl next door, but she has like one black streak in her hair and she thinks she's like the cool edgy alt girl. And you know what, I'm okay with that because it's not Twitter, which is the drunk white girl outside in the bushes. So
no, special place in my heart.
So you know what? For the homepage and for the whole app design, it gets the A-OK. We're not gonna trash it for that. The rest of this though.
So we actually something we did. Cameron asked me, "Hey, ask your friends what do they think about TikTok?" And Cameron asked his friends. I asked a couple of mine, the only ones I had, and we got some answers. So would you like to go first? Is that where you're heading with this right now?
Not even at all, actually. We had several other things planned. But we'll go to that now, I guess.
That's the thing. I'm kind of... Honestly, like, I know a gist of what we're doing. I just don't fully ever know what we're doing.
I like that every time Jason tries to take the lead in anything, it just derails it completely from, like, what I envisioned.
Here's the thing, right? I'm like, oh, so I think this is the direction he wants to go in, because this is what I was told. It's just not. So wait, what else do you have planned? What else do you have planned, then? Let's get to that, then.
Oh, okay. Well, see, we were going to talk about, like, how it actually functions and like what it was going to go through, but we can actually do two things at the same time, Jason, because that's right, we have on our Apple phones, we're not sponsored, but Apple, like, I'm not above taking money from you, so but we're actually we can intersplice those two things, because we did ask our friends, we got some reviews, and a couple of them were on like trends and stuff, so I'm gonna come out the gate with something that I actually got like a good amount of. My favorite one of which is the D'Amelio family makes me so angry. Absolutely sick.
Really?
And we got a lot of like hate for big creators on there, where it's like I don't like the big creators, but I do like finding funny videos, like just random smaller funny videos. The people who just straight up use it for like their stupid things, you know what I mean? Like, you know, all those trendsetters and stuff. Like, nobody actually likes them.
So no, I agree. So something with the big creators I want to touch upon, right? So I used to hate the big creators too, because when you really get down to the nitty gritty, the popular faces of TikTok, they're all attractive. That's the whole point.
Oh wait, we got a couple of that too.
It's if you're attractive on TikTok, you know, then you don't really have to do much. But the thing is that what people have to understand is that this is a video sharing app. Hollywood, top Hollywood actors are attractive, and you're gonna get into the movies if you're attractive. TV shows if you're attractive. You have a little more leeway in Hollywood because they'll have that, like, you know, designated ugly friend or something like that. But on TikTok, there's no room for that, and that's why people get so upset. But that's quite frankly what it's about. Like, I'm not saying that, like, you know, I have a TikTok page, as you know, Cameron, with 56,000 followers.
You're so ugly.
Exactly. So, but the thing is that with 56,000 followers, I feel like that's not bad. But also, those numbers could be higher if I was the D'Amelio attractiveness level. So it's just how it goes. It's just life. I don't really see the hate anymore. And she also has a Dunkin' drink, which honestly wasn't bad.
All right. Well, you know what? And I'll quote it line for line. I like the funny stuff, but I don't like, as somebody else said, people getting famous for being attractive and literally having a single brain cell.
Yeah. I get that too.
And you know what though? Because everyone, I would totally rebel again. Like, look, all right, I'll text you a couple of them. Throw up a couple of like trends that like these people try to make happen. Like just the really stupid videos that it's like, he's not even that attractive or she's not even that attractive, and it's like, what are you even doing? There's no joke or punchline here. You're just being there. And then you get to the other side of it where it's quite literally like, look at my body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you have like the two competing sides of like fake funniness, which somehow is getting views from like 8-year-olds, and then also like overly sexualized people. How are you even? Some of them are like, we're not going to show this. Just like a constant complaint on TikTok. Some of them are like teenagers and stuff, like underage.
Minors.
Like, I don't know what your views on that is, but usually pretty unacceptable in most places. Even Twitter is against that, guys. Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? Even Twitter out there is doing their best.
Yeah, and Twitter shows porn. They don't even... So I get that. You know what it is, though? I think that's something that I also think about when it comes to the people that are as attractive and they get popular because of that. Yeah. It's like, that attractiveness can only take them so far. Like, there are so many popular users on TikTok that we don't even know. You know what? But that's the thing. It could only, like... It can't, with the D'Amelios and Addison Rae, I feel like they're the two exceptions. They're the two people who are really going to have that career outside of TikTok because they're going to be movies coming up and shows and everything. But besides that, it's like these like dudes on TikTok who post like the thirst traps. It's not going to equate to anything much more than just TikTok fame. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of Viners that we thought they're a mainstay. They're going to be here forever. Completely gone. So, except for King Batch.
Like, we can... Oh, dude. Do you know ProZD? Love ProZD.
Yes.
And you know what? That's a great segue into the next half of this, which is, what happened when TikTok goes down like Vine? Because Vine, it's essentially the same thing, right? Like, I'm not above the Vine comparison. TikTok is just slightly longer Vine.
So,
right?
Yeah, I'm not above the Vine comparison, but I thought about this, and genuinely, I think that Vine is just so much better. It's just so irreplaceable, because a lot of things that people say, it's like, you only had 6 seconds to be funny. You really had to make the most out of it. It didn't have to be simple. You just had to look at it. You didn't have to process or think about anything. If it was funny, it was funny, and that was kind of it. There was none of... TikTok is so complex. They, like, the whole editing things, it's so much. Vine was just simple to the point and just memorable.
Yeah. You know what, though? I'm gonna pull my big brain on all you band kids out there, all right? I'm going to like, laser focus in and tell you what you're actually doing wrong, because I'm so serious about this. You ready? TikTok has the potential to be so much funnier than Vine, and there's a reason that it's not. And it's because all of you out there can't get it through your thick, big, chunky skulls, all right, that if you have an entire minute, you're going to need to use that, like, entire minute to set up the joke. You got to let it kind of ride for a hot second, hit that punchline, and then let it set in, right? You have to, like, actually have something planned out. Because the way I see TikTok used constantly is one, a stupid sound plays and they sit there like this
Yeah, and not contribute.
for 18 minutes, and I'm waiting for you. I just scroll off those because I don't have like. You're wasting my time. That minute you're wasting what I gave you. People loved Vine because you were forced into like a certain set type of comedy. You could do so much with TikTok, and people don't. Other people like say something, right? And then it takes 18 minutes, and then they show a couple of videos what they're talking about, and then it's back to them for 5 seconds. The best ones are like the short ones that like get to the point. Or if you want to do a long joke, you better have that like planned out so it can be funny and good, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna play devil's advocate though. I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. I don't think that TikTok really will go down the drain. I used to be a big believer that this has a short lifespan and this is just gonna be a one-off thing.
I didn't say it was a short lifespan. I just assume it'll eventually
go like not like even that. Like I don't know if it will ever disappear. And quite frankly, because the more I've been on TikTok, it's the more I see there are just so many different ways for people to express themselves where it's just one, people won't let it die, and without the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, Vine had a big following too, so you can make that you can make that, you know, an argument, but
Vine's death was weird, and we can get into that.
It was really weird. It was unexpected and probably shouldn't have happened. But with TikTok though, it's like Vine was comedy. That's what it was. With TikTok, it's like educational with some videos if you want to go on that side. Arts and crafts, sports, music. Like there's so many different types. It's literally just like a miniature YouTube in a sense, which is why I don't know if it can really die out. I really don't know.
And like I get that. In all honesty, I think a lot of it it's the same thing with YouTube really. Like I was gonna criticize YouTube. It's a lot of garbage, but like one golden piece and a couple like hidden gems under that garbage sea. But most of it garbage. Here's the thing though. There's a lot of variety in garbage, and I am gonna as we talk about what content is on there, I will say that you got the horny side, right?
Yeah.
You got the Twitter outrage side, which guys calm down. Who's making moral and political points on TikTok?
Yeah.
I see you guys out there, and I need you to stop it because this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have for instance, if you want to get into the anime side, if you want to get into the movie side, you know what I mean. The sports side, I'm sure exists. I wouldn't know, but I believe.
Yeah, you're not a jock.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
I mean,
cool.
you know what it is though.
But I am hot, and by hot I mean absolutely overheating.
Sweating, yeah. But you know what it is. I think that we could all agree though. YouTube is shitty. YouTube sucks. The only reason why we are on YouTube.
We didn't mean that YouTube.
Oh, 100% we did. The only reason why we meant that was because
the video
you can get
comes
paid.
Crashing in.
the only thing with YouTube is the money. That's people don't actually. No one wants to actually go to YouTube. It's just they have money, and that's the only reason why people go to YouTube. It's just the golden boy of YouTube, David Dobrik, just got completely canceled. YouTube sucks, dude, and I don't even like David Dobrik like that. But they have nothing going for them.
Were you on David Dobrik's side?
No, not at all. I never was a fan of David Dobrik. I don't really understand watching other people's lives.
I can proudly say, never watched a single one of his videos.
I did. I did. I thought that really? he was just the least. His comedy came from the comedy of others, so that's kind of where that lied.
Okay,
but so yeah. So finish your point. Go on, because we're actually at 14 minutes.
Oh well. Well, I mean, we're done the next big section of content, so all we gotta do is agree on kind of if it passes or not. The content check. There's a lot of porn essentially.
Yeah.
A lot of trash.
So let me pull this up.
Gems though.
I have not read this paragraph yet that my friend sent.
Okay.
I waited for this. It's really long.
Okay, go for it.
TikTok has been associated with being a kids app, and there are things on there that they should not be seeing, like constant political arguments and girls and guys that wear obscene things and that twerk. And they say it's about body positivity or something, but it's actually obviously a sexual move. Also, it's really toxic because there's so many people that want to argue about the smallest things, and no one can have an opinion about something opposing someone else. It's a great example of what our next generation will probably look like, and a great example of how too much freedom can be toxic and annoying. Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
That sounds like a political point to me. Cancel Twitter. Yeah. Get on it. Yeah. TikTok, argue about it. YouTube, sit there and do nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Thank you, YouTube.
Yeah.
The real one.
So you know what? With that, I get it. What annoys. I think that because that was my first time reading it. My initial response to that is that the thing that strikes me the most is that this is an example of what the next generation will look like, and that's honestly it's scary. It is scary.
I get but every the older generation said it about us. Millennials. Hold on, let's talk about millennials real quick. TikTok for the content, I'm honestly like ready to give it an above before we move on to like the overall reviews and how people see it, right? Like the perspective on it. I'm ready to give it like a pass, but like millennials, bro, we were all on the same side. Like Gen Z and millennials, we were like chilling, and then all of a sudden TikTok came out, and like it lasted a couple of years, and then millennials just started turning on Gen Z for no reason.
Yeah.
You guys were the ones saying, bro, like we're real ones. We're not gonna be like those boomers, right? And you turned around and said, fuck these kids.
Nah, it had to happen, bro. It had to happen. We can't ever side with the millennials. That's just not.
Are we?
That can't happen.
We're at war with them. Are we then going to go to war with the Gen? What is that? I think like Gen Alpha or something is after us.
Gen Alpha? What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
what is that?
Like Gen. What letter did you want after Z, Jason?
We're Gen Z, right?
Yeah. What letter did you want after that?
Who would be Gen Alpha? When does that start?
I think it had to have started, right? I think it's the kids nowadays.
Like right? The 2010s kids?
Maybe it might even be the what's it called? Like, I don't know. Generations are weird, but we're not here to talk about that. That's another video that we're not going to do, all right? But maybe if we want to yell about millennials. We're going on, Jason. Give it does it pass or does it fail the content check, all right?
Yeah, so I would say that there's too much content to not give it a pass. Like, it's just, there's too much. So you can give some content a fail, but overall, I think that it would get a pass.
Saying is it gets by on the fact that
there's a lot
many
of
people rushed it. Yeah,
but that's the same with YouTube. I wouldn't give YouTube a fail on the content.
Twitter a fail.
Pass.
You would? I would fail Twitter. Oh, easy.
No way! Bro. You're a Twitter hater. Yes. We should have this debate on Twitter. You've just been shitting on Twitter the entire time.
I haven't, but that's
Twitter
because
now. I love Twitter.
Here's the thing. I think TikTok is better than Twitter, just because, like, on content level, right?
Okay.
Because people can tweet out kind of funny things that I chuckle at every now and again, but that is way far and few between than the videos I've left on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And then also on Twitter, bro. Like, there's a lot of stuff on TikTok, but you can avoid, like, most of it. I've never seen somebody get canceled because of TikTok. So many people just get randomly canceled off of Twitter, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah, no, that is true. That's
a different conversation. We keep going on tangents. We're going to wrap this up, Jason. Let's get into some reviews. How do the people see it, Jason? How do people view TikTok?
All my friends actually hated it. They were not... it's the whole thing with... I don't know if we actually went into it. We don't really have to, but a lot of ass, a lot of minors, a lot of minors with ass.
A lot of problematic content, TikTok.
A ton, yeah. I don't know. I don't really think that will ever be addressed, honestly. I think in the future it should. I think that down the line it'll be something where it's like, holy shit, like this was really problematic. But I think that these days, though, it's really a lot of body positivity. I mean, this generation is the same generation that will literally bash you if you say that you don't feel like you would want to date a sex worker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of where we're at in society, where I just feel as though...
You really wanted to take that hot take on the TikTok.
Because it's like, but that's the thing. It's just like everybody's so like...
I get it. Yeah, it's personal preference.
That's the thing. But every single thing that involves body and them showing their body has just become a thing of, well, you're just body positive. And it's just... It doesn't...
hide... I think it's so easy to hide behind a cause no matter what it is. You know what I mean? But a lot of people, on my side of things, some people I know absolutely hated it, right?
Yeah.
Some people, however, we got a couple of there. I love TikTok. It lets me dissociate on another app. Other people refuse to download it because they don't want to get obsessed with it. I've heard our good friend Ramuel, right? He even said, it's great and awful at the same time. I'm reading this, by the way, on my Apple smartphone.
Nice.
I know, nice. Subtle. Below the level. They won't even realize. But yeah, he said, if I was being honest, it's great and awful at the same time because there are some funny videos on there, but I'm on there like till 3 a.m. every day. Wait, isn't today your anniversary? Shouldn't you be talking to Grace? Anyway, that's parts irrelevant. The point of it is that some people really like it.
Happy anniversary,
some people like it. Thank you. Happy anniversary if you're watching this a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, people like there's a couple more reviews on there where everyone just kind of goes off on it. And I think the problem with it really is like, yes, you can give the content a pass because there's so much on it, but the general consensus seems to be, man, this thing is toxic. It consumes my time. Most of it is stupid. And also, I think it's just easy to hate on it. And here's why I'm gonna pull the Uno reverse card, Jay.
Okay.
Here's what you weren't ready for. I wish I'd prepared that statement in advance so I could have pulled out an Uno reverse card. Can you edit one in for me?
No.
I didn't think so. Anyway, I think that because everyone can come together and hate, because you talk about Twitter, right? I'm gonna keep bullying Twitter because I think it's the best comparison.
Ridiculous.
And you think Vine would be, but because
Twitter.
Vine's dead, I can't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to Twitter, right, and be like, or I can use Instagram for this. You can't really bully Instagram. You're kind of weird if you bully Instagram and don't want. Like I'm not a big fan of Instagram, but it'd be a weird thing to like rebel against it.
Yeah.
Same thing with Twitter, right? TikTok though, everyone has this consensus. Man, I hate this thing. I'm still gonna use it, but I hate this thing.
Yeah.
Right. And I think so long as you keep that perspective, right, that you're like, this is problematic. We need to address this at some point, probably. I'm going to keep using it, though, because it at least gives me some amount of enjoyment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so long as you know that, you know what I mean? And so long as you're not, like, TikTok is your entire personality. And there are some people on there.
There are people like that.
That's your TikTok. I'm looking at you, Band Kid, and the alt girl, and the people who can't really make up their minds on who they want to be. So every other video is just completely different from the last.
Yeah, like...
Anyway, welcome to our channel. We have gaming. We have...
You know what it is, honestly, Cameron? Personally, I think there are a lot of people who do genuinely hate TikTok, but like you said, get that little bit of enjoyment out of it. I do believe that there are people who their hatred from TikTok derives from the fact that they actually they like TikTok and they feel a little bit guilty about it.
No, they should feel guilty. They should feel bad about it.
I think that's what a lot of it is. And I think that my favorite answer to when I asked, what do you guys think about TikTok, that I got, my friend Bonner completely ignored what I said. He actually sent me a TikTok. Which features a MILF in it, and then after the video's over, it's just him going, "Where your mom at?" And that's it. So I think that was my favorite answer. Where your mom at? That's how I feel about TikTok.
Yeah. If I had to give my favorite answer, it has to be, it helps me learn to use kitchen utensils. So that, you know what?
Yeah. No. I mean, who said that? Say it.
I mean, why would I ever do that? Why would I out our followers? But if you want to be... Well, I mean, like, yeah, but our followers are a bunch of people that know us and the three people that don't. Shout out to you three.
I was going to say, I got excited for a second.
Oh, I know you did. But I think, you know what, Jason? If you can get past the huge butts and the big juggies...
On the minors...
and the minors, and the constant terrible jokes, the misuse of the minute, the absolutely terrible, and I mean terrible content creators that think they're funny and somehow have a following on it. And if you get past that and you look and it has a really nice screen and it's set up really easy to use, it gets a pass. Aside from that, I think we've come to the agreement that it's trash, but we're all going to keep using it.
Yes, and you can follow me on TikTok and help me get more followers.
And maybe at some point, whatever you want will have a TikTok. And by that,
Probably.
I mean it will. Because,
for sure. You have to adapt.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, no, we absolutely have to. So, thank you guys. If you want to have a say in what we do next, if you want to keep up with us, if you want to have one of your comments featured on here and tell us that it's okay to use your name, we didn't this time because we didn't think it through. We're not very good at this. Subscribe, follow us wherever, especially our Instagram, and you'll be able to put your input in. Because remember, it's not what we want. It's not what TikTok wants. Definitely not what Twitter wants. It's whatever you want.
Should I end it?
I don't know.